Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is part 2 of the previous video that I did on sculpting those beautiful nails. So now I'm just going in with Frosted Rose that I got from CJP, and it's just a very beautiful pinky core powder. So I'm just adding that on the middle finger, creating a nice chevron nail. So it's like a V kind of French tip type of design. So yeah, I just picked up a very large bead. I drained my bead as well to get as much pigment as I can. So I wanted the color to be more pigmented than translucent, and I'm using my Queenie brush to do this. So once I've got the right amount of thickness, I basically just use the tip of my brush and the sides of my brush to get that point right in the middle. And also I use that to straighten the sides of that V line. Don't worry too much about getting those lines nice and straight, because you can come back with your hand file and reshape those sides to get them looking nice and crisp. I'm just coming in with a little bit of Frosted Rose just to build my apex, because it is a cut design that does not require any capping. So you want to make sure that every time you do a cut design and working with your core powders, that you always build your apex, because you're not going to come back to encapsulate the nails afterwards. For the index finger, I am using Copper Rose from CJP, and I'm grabbing quite a large bead of that, just because almost all powders of CJP act as core powders. I still like to encapsulate them, but I do like to add a little bit of thickness when using CJP products. So what I did was I basically just grabbed a large bead of that Copper Rose, and then I drained my bead, and I'm just dragging that bead towards the tip. And then I'm just going to add a little bit more wherever it's needed, just to make sure you get a maximum amount of coverage on that nail. How gorgeous is Copper Rose, by the way? This is one of the new powders that I just received from CJP, and I ordered quite a lot. I mean, with this quarantine life that we're living at the moment, it's making me go crazy. I just keep buying loads of stuff that I don't need, but I'm really glad I did get some new colors from CJP, because I can never get enough of them. But let me know in the comment section how you guys are doing, if you're all staying safe, taking the right precautions, are you following your government's guidance? Please let me know, and please tell me that you are, because guys, we need to take this a lot seriously than what we did at the beginning. Yeah, we had our laughs and everything, but no. We need to take this very seriously. If we don't care about ourselves, let's care about our families. Let's care about all the elderly people that are in our community and everyone else that actually cares about their health. So make sure you take the right precautions. Let me know what you're doing to look after yourself and look after your family. And let's just spread positive vibes, because that's what we need at the moment. We need some positive bomb vibes, because yeah, it looks like we're all down, and it's quite depressing, to be honest. So let's just spread happiness, positivity, and just treat this like Christmas. So I always tell my friends and family, treat this like Christmas. Spend as much as time as you can with your family. Don't look at it as a pandemic. I know it's not really nice to say that, but do you know what? If it makes you positive, then hey ho, do it. So yeah, basically just spend as much time as you can with your family, with your loved ones. Obviously, if you're suspected to have any types of symptoms or the virus in you, just stay away from everyone. Keep in touch. Obviously, we are in a world where we have FaceTime, Skype, WhatsApp, all that, social media platforms. You can just stay in touch with your family, because obviously if you self-isolate and you basically just stay away from everyone without having to talk to anyone in any way, you are going to cause more damage to yourself, to be honest. So stay in touch with all your family members, even if it was not face-to-face. Do it on social media. Don't ever forget that, you guys. And if you ever, guys, feel lonely or want to speak to anyone, you got me here. You can message me on here or add me on Instagram or Facebook. I will be more than happy to communicate with you guys. But anyway, back to the nails. So for the thumb, I'm basically using the same frosted rose to create a nice cut design. And then on the pinky, I also used coconut ice just at the tip to create a nice ombre. And now on the ring finger, I am using Supernova from CJP. So all the products are from CJP, by the way. So I mainly added that Supernova at the cuticle area and then drag it towards the middle just because I wanted to create a nice ombre, fading that glitter into that glassy clear tip. So Supernova is a pre-mixed glitter, which means it's mixed with acrylic already. So you don't have to dip into your clear and into your glitter, which makes life so much easier. Trust me, I know sometimes when I dip my brush into that clear, I don't have enough of that clear, or sometimes I have too much of that clear, and it can get messy sometimes. So when it's pre-mixed, really does make your life so much easier. But I use the same Supernova and I just add a little bit on the index just because I wanted to add a little bit more definition to that nail. Not saying it didn't have definition. I mean, that color was gorgeous by itself, but I just felt that adding Supernova on this nail added a little bit extra definition because Supernova is more of like a shard glitter rather than it just being regular boring pieces of glitter. Just kidding, you guys. Boring is never glitter. Yes, glitter is never boring. Anywho, I'm going to stop rambling because I keep mixing up my words, so I'll just stick with talking about nails. So for the pinky, I use frosted rose and I used a large bead of that. So don't do that, you guys, because as you can see, I'm struggling at the moment. Me and my client were having a very intense conversation about Sims. If you don't know what Sims is, are you living under a rock? I don't know. You probably are. I'm such a geek, but with this quarantine life, staying at home doing nothing, I have been playing Sims because if I can't do stuff in my life, I can let my Sim do it for me. Get me? So I highly recommend you look into it. I know it sounds a little bit stupid when you try and explain what Sims is. So it's for those of you that don't know what Sims is, it's basically like characters that you can create. You can make them into yourself or your imaginary self or whatever, and then you just make them live life, basically. So you give them the life that you hoped and wished that you've always had. Yeah, okay, that sounds really boring, but trust me, when you play it, you will know what I mean. So yeah, I'll just shut up right now. I am basically just adding a little bit more of coconut ice just to get that blend right because I felt like I ruined it completely with my large bead. So I'm just going in a little bit at the tip with coconut ice. And now I'm just filing that chevron nail nice and crisp to get those sidewalls nice and straight. And after that, I will be coming to fill those, the tip with some glitter. So I will be using Supernova as well as coconut ice. So because I'm bougie and I like my nails to be bougie, and I like my clients' nails to be bougie as well, I just decided to add some flowers because I just felt like it was a little bit plain, even though the colors were gorgeous, everything was nice. But like I said, we're bougie and we just wanted some extra oomph to those nails. So I just added a little bit of clear. So I'm using crystal glass as my adhesive, which is basically just a clear acrylic. And then I just picked up these flowers that I cut up and I got from, I think, Amazon. You can find these anywhere, you guys. eBay, Amazon. Yeah, dead cheap. So yeah, I just added those randomly on the pinky, and then now I am using my hand file to straighten up that line, just so I can start applying something at the tip. So always make sure that you straighten up that line. If you just created it or straightened it up, I cannot even speak, you guys. If you straightened that line with your brush, always make sure you come back with a hand file to make that nice and crisp. But anyway, after that, I just basically remove all the dust and I fill in the gap with crystal glass, which is the clear powder again. And then I just add those flowers randomly, creating that, clear background effect and a cut design, which I thought looked pretty cool. So now I'm encapsulating all of the nails using my crystal glass from CJP, making sure I create a good apex in the middle of the nail, and that basically is your stress area, which prevents the nail from breaking. So when you have lengths like this, or just long nails in general, or even when they're short, if you bump your nail into anything like a hard surface, or I don't know, trying to get dressed or something, pull your pants down or pull your pants up, I don't know, daily life tasks, you know what I mean. When you're trying to do anything and your nails snap, is most likely because you don't have a good apex. So your apex again acts as your stress area, which basically just prevents your nail from breaking that easily. But anyway, after I have encapsulated all of the nails, I go in with my hand file and I reshape all of the nails, getting that shape nice and crisp again. And then I will come back again and file the nails to smoothen out the surfaces using my smooth top fine drill bit from Glitter Planet. And actually, no, not the smooth one. I used the medium one because I wanted to debulk a little bit more than usual, just because I felt like I did them quite thick. But it's okay. It's okay. Because again, like I said, we were talking about Sims, so we got a little bit distracted there. But anyway, I'm just whizzing over those nails with my medium grit file from Glitter Planet. And then I'll be using my fine carbide drill bit, going closer to that cuticle area on a very, very low speed to make sure you seal that acrylic onto the nail. That way you don't have any gaps between your acrylic and your natural nail. Because if you do have any gaps between those areas, you are highly, highly likely to get lifting. And if you get lifting, your nails fall out, and no, you don't want that, you guys. So lifting is one of the main things that a lot of people struggle with, and it does take a lot of practice to get better at, not getting lifting. So steps like that are very, very crucial to take when you're doing nails. But anyway, after that, I buffed all of the nails and cleansed with alcohol, and now I'm applying my glossy super gloss from Glitter Planet, and I'm obsessed with this top coat because it's so pretty and it's so glossy, just goes on really well, and I am currently so obsessed with it. So you can get 5% off Glitter Planet if you use my code Luki5. Please get this top coat, and obviously there's other things I would recommend, but if you want to get one thing, get the top coat. It's bomb. But anyway, I applied the top coat on all of the nails, cured for 60 seconds in my UV lamp, and after that I just took the hands out of the lamp, applied my cuticle oil, and that's basically it. So I will leave a little clip in a second just to show you the final look. I absolutely loved the outcome. I just love those colors all together, and I am super happy with how they came out. And yeah, this is the end of this video, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you in my next video.